Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined here at the 2012 NCAA Division III Indoor Track and Field Men's National Champion coach here from North Central. I just know him as Coach Frank. If he wants to go into his last name, I'll let him go through with all the rest of that stuff as well.
Well, it's Gramarosso, but they call me Grammy, affectionately Grammy.
Okay. Well, Coach, obviously you had success. You had individuals that won individual events. You had a relay that won there at the end, and now you got the big enchilada, the national title. Obviously, talk about just that whole process.
It's the whole process is a great team process, and even the individual events, we have great individuals that are part of an individual group, like the vaulters, the jumpers, the throwers, the sprinters, the distance runners, and we bring all those groups together for a common goal, and that's to have a team championship. First, it's our conference championship, and then we go on. The more qualifiers you have, the better you're going to do on the national level. So it's individual performance within that group, and then that leads to a team championship.
Obviously, as you can tell, his voice is a little raspy. He's been yelling and screaming a little bit, but obviously it's out of proudness and of his student athletes of their hard work. Talk about you have a gentleman, Dan, in the 400. Last year came fractions of a second away, and today he's leaving with that same enchilada. He's got an individual national title, a relay national title, and a team national title. Talk about a person like that. What kind of testament is that to him?
Yeah, Dan's a great asset to the program. This is the last indoor season, and I really need to thank somebody who put the four fastest guys together, because last year there is a rule where they separate the fastest qualifier and the second fastest qualifier, and last year Dan lost by 0.004 of a second from somebody to another section. Well, this year all of a sudden we had the four slowest guys and then the four fastest guys, and Dan wins by 0.02 of a second. So it was a great accomplishment for him. He refuses to lose, and we're really going to miss that from him in the 400 and the relay. But we had the pole vault champion and 3 guys placed there. Like I said, we have all these little individual teams within our big team, and it's really hard without going through all the results where we really picked up the points. I know Deontay was barely a qualifier, and he gets 5th place in the Open 400 along with Dan's victory. So it's just a team championship all the way around. And we missed a guy in the 5,000 by 1/10 of a second or so that he didn't get in with this new 13-person qualifying. But we pride ourselves on having a great, balanced track and field team.
Yeah, talk about a little bit more. Like, obviously, to win a national title, you do have to have that balance. Obviously, you can't say, oh, I can only put so many people on an event. That's dictated by powers beyond us. So obviously, getting them to peak and put out their efforts to know, hey, your hard work will win us a national title. Talk about how you can instill that belief into them to compete for that team concept. They may not win the individual title all the time, but they're going to be buying into that team national title.
Well, it's our coaching staff. We have a great coaching staff. We're in a populated area where we get a lot of volunteers and where we have part-time coaches. I can't even count the number of coaches we have working with us, but they really instill the winning attitude in each event area. I am responsible for the sprint and relay group, but we have a great Tim Winder, vault coach, Coach Carius, and Coach Wheaton in the distance events, and we have Coach Roderick's been with us for a long time in the high jump. He had a high jumper here, so there, I can't start naming all the coaches. Justin Tabor was here with the team. Our faculty mentor was with the team. Everyone contributes on our staff to instill that winning attitude in all those event areas.
Talk a little bit. North Central's had success on the national stage. Talk about how you pass on that winning attitude from to your freshmen, but also you want your seniors to instill that attitude.
Well, yes, the attitude started with Al Carius. Has been at North Central for 46 years, and in 1983 he recruited me to come to North Central and help build the track and field program, because he's already had 8 cross-country national titles. And starting in 1983, I joined the staff, and we worked together to develop the total track program. And in 1989, we won our first indoor and outdoor national title in the same year, and we've been trying to do the same thing ever since. A few times you slip a little bit. I think 89 was our last, in 2000 was our last track championship, and then all of a sudden, 10 years later, we're on a roll here, and going for 3 in a row. So Al went out, winning the national title in indoor and outdoor track, and last year being named the head track coach, winning indoor and outdoor, and now repeating with indoor. It's just great for our school and our kids.
Obviously we're in close proximity to the university. Talk about how this environment provided that kind of like home event festivities for your student athletes.
Yeah, traditionally a lot of students do make the trip. We are 4 hours away. We are going into final exams, trying to get these athletes home for Monday's exams. So not everybody can make that trip, but we did have some guys here to support the team. We have 100 athletes on our track and field roster. We competed in the conference championship with about 58 of those, and 14 guys represented us here, at the national level. So everybody's part of that team and part of the program.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been very fortunate and very privileged. Next year we'll be in their backyard, so they'll have their backyard to defend as the two-time defending national champion, the 2012 NCAA Division III Indoor Track and Field Men's National Champion, North Central College.
Thank you.